Hi everyone, welcome to our video today using LLMware to extract tables from PDF documents by parsing. You may be asking why we're focused on this topic when our usual gig is talking about state-of-the-art LLMs, retrieval augmented generation workflows. Well, we've actually found that this topic is a real fan favorite, almost regardless of who the audience is. So just to set a quick context before we look at some code and actually run a demo, we'll share something that you've probably seen this look. I think we all have at some point. You are presenting to that AI guru for a large enterprise, a large financial institution, and you get that world-weary, cynical look that says, no matter what you're presenting to me, I've already seen it, I've been there, done that. There are 10 other startups that are pursuing something similar. And by the way, we've already been using technology like that for the last several years. So we've all seen this look at some point. But in the course of that conversation, as you're going around the table and you're talking about different topics, sometimes the topic of PDFs comes up. And you can get tables out of PDFs. And usually we see some look of delight, pure, joyous, childish delight come out of even the most cynical and world-weary enterprise technologist once you start talking about your ability to get tables out of PDFs. So what we want to do in this video, we want to share a little bit of that joy, a quick little nugget over the course of the next couple of minutes. And so let's show you some PDF documents. We put a bunch of financial statements, actually 14 documents, some annual reports, some proxy statements, investor presentations from a bunch of leading tech companies. They all happen to be PDF documents. And in the course of the demo, all we're going to do is we're going to roll through this folder. We're going to do it automatically, a single line of code. We're going to go in and we're going to natively parse an actual binary parsing of each of these PDF documents. We're going to extract along the way all of the text, all of the images, all of the metadata, and yes, all of the tables that we're able to discover as we're going through and parsing those PDF documents. So let's go and let's look at the code. We are going to be using the LLMware library. You can pip install LLMware if you need any help. We have a couple of tutorials in our YouTube channel. You could also go to our GitHub repo. There's a bunch of helpful getting started materials. As I said, the code itself is really simple. We are going to create a library. We are going to add files to that library. The files are those 14 files that are in that input folder. What's actually going to be added to the library is the parsed and text chunked content with all of that metadata. That's what we're storing in our library collection. And then to take a look at it, first thing we're going to do is we're going to export all of the content in the library out to a JSON-L file. And then we're going to get to the real subject of this tutorial, which is looking at the tables, which we're going to export as CSV files. Now, one additional wrinkle is, especially if you're looking, let's say, at a collection of 1,000 PDF documents, and you're parsing it in this manner, well, we don't want to see every single table that's out there. What we're really looking for, we want to extract from this the tables that are specific to Amazon. So we've asked in this query to export all tables from our library, but only tables that actually from a text query point of view have Amazon in it. Give us all of those and export those to CSV. So with that, we are going to run the code. It's going to take a few seconds. So we're going to look at a black screen for a few seconds. Meanwhile, the parsers are hard at work, parsing and text chunking and extracting all the information out of the PDFs. You can see parsing is done. It actually took 8.9 seconds, parsed all 14 documents, extracted 3,900 blocks. The blocks consist of text chunks. They consist of images, and so there's 700 images. It was almost 900 pages across these 14 documents. And then most importantly, we extracted 37 tables. And it gives us a view of rejected files. So in this case, good news, all the files were successfully parsed. So now let's go and let's take a look. So main thing are these CSV tables. So that's what we're going to look at in just a second. But first we want to show you just the readout, the output from the parsing. And what this actually gives you then, and you can scroll through it, this is actually giving you a complete parsing of the 14 documents. And just to pick one sort of little block here, each block is numbered. Documents are numbered. The content type is each allocated to a block. The file type. Information, the master index, is the page number. You can see the coordinates of where this information was on the page. In this case, there was not an author that was provided in the metadata, but we were able to extract the modified and created date. You can even see the tool that this was created with, when it was added to our collection, what document it was from, and then a complete view of the text that we were able to extract from this document. So this gives you very, very quickly a complete view of all of the text completely chunked, completely extracted from that PDF. But what we really want to do is we want to take a look at the tables. So in this case, we were able to find 9 tables that we're able to successfully extract from those PDFs with Amazon in it. And so let's just open one up so you can kind of see what this looks like. So this is one of those tables. You can see, in fact, that this does have Amazon. And it came out pretty good. The table came out pretty clean. It's represented by years. And you can see it tended to get the columns right. And this is a pretty useful starting point. This is giving us the information that we were looking for with some Amazon financials. We'll look at one other just as a point of reference. Let's look at this one. There you go. Likewise, was able to capture the structure. This is part of the parsing and the statistical processing that we do. As we're going through and parsing the PDF, we look for structural indicators in terms of the presence of columns, repeating columns, and values that seem to suggest that it's a table. And then we actually preserve that tabular structure, which is what enables us to export this to a CSV so nicely and cleanly. And there you go. Hopefully this has brought a smile to your face. We have our tables on Amazon. We have our complete output that we can use. We could pump that into a database. We could pump it into a vector database, running it through an embedding model, or we could bring it downstream into any type of LLM-based RAG application. We hope that you have enjoyed today's video, and we hope, as promised, it's brought a little bit of childlike wonder to your face and seeing actually how easy it can be to extract tables from PDFs. Thanks again. Please feel free to check out other videos on our YouTube channel. Thanks again.